One day, the Diesel was given another chance to work on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. All the other engines weren't very happy to see him back after their first encounter with him. Even Duck didn't trust Diesels. "Now, D261, said Sir Topham Hatt sternly. "Remember, be on your best behavior." "Yes, sir," replied the Diesel. Soon the Diesel was kept busy. He helped the engines with their goods work, as well as helping them out with passenger run. The other engines were impressed with the Diesel, and at the sheds, they talked with him that night. "Splendid work out there, Diesel," Gordon said. "And very hard working as well," James agreed. The Diesel felt appreciated. "Thank you, my fellow engines," he replied. "And I'm sorry for what I said when we first met. I thought you all were useless, but I was wrong, and saw how hard-working and really useful you are." All the other engines were very grateful, except Duck. "How can we trust that Diesel?" he said to the others. "All I ever known is that he tried to show off to us how superior he is to any steam engine." "That was before," interrupted Thomas. "But he's changed." "Says you," replied Duck snootily. "I don't trust that Diesel at all." The other engines just rolled their eyes. Soon Duck arrived to collect his passengers from Lower Tidmouth. He was still thinking about the Diesel. "Good thing he's not taking my passengers," he thought to himself. Soon the passengers were on board, and Duck puffed away. Up ahead of the line, Terrence the tractor was working in his field. "Come on, Terrence," said his owner. "We just got one more field to plow, and then we'll be done." "I know," replied Terrence. "Ahead of those rails." The field was all the way past the line of railway tracks ahead. Tractors always had to stop and look away for both engines passing by. Soon Terrence was climbing up the tracks. His wheels made an awful noise as he climbed. He was halfway across the tracks when he heard a familiar whistle. "Uh-oh," Terrence and his driver cried. Duck happily puffed along the corner. He was looking forward to getting some more coal from the station when suddenly he saw Terrence. His driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the passengers were very worried. They were going to be late. Duck's driver went for help. The Diesel was bringing a long train to Brenham Docks when Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "Duck and Terrence had an accident at the crossing," he said. "I need you to rescue them at once." "Of course, sir," replied the Diesel. Soon after the Diesel was refueled, he set off to the rescue. Soon the Diesel came to the rescue. "Don't worry, Duck," he called. "We'll have you out of there in no time." "I should hope so," replied Duck doubtfully. Soon Duck was lifted back onto the rails. "Thank you, D261, he said kindly. "I'm sorry for not trusting you earlier." "That's all right," replied the Diesel. "We engines must lend a wheel together." Duck and the Diesel began chatting for a while before the Diesel set off with Duck's passenger train. The next day at the sheds, it was time for the Diesel to head home. "Congratulations, D261, Sir Topham Hatt said to his driver in D261. "You've had a much better behavior than your past accident a little while back, but you have made a good impression and made up for the steam engines here." All the other engines agreed. "Goodbye! Thanks for visiting us," they whistled happily. The Diesel smiled as he left for the other railway.